I did a complete review on the Kelley Blue Book channel, KBB, if you're looking on YouTube, of the Volkswagen Passat. But this is a family review with my family. I brought my stunt family. The real family is at home. You can't find a family this good looking just normally.
It's like you really should have invested more time into finding a better looking family.
No, I've cast an amazing family for the Micah Drive players. Coming up a little bit later, I'm going to talk about the one thing that drives me absolutely crazy about the Volkswagen Passat. But first, information explosion. What, the drive? We got a big drive ahead of us, sweetie pie. But you got a fun camera to play with, and we get to make a video. A very smart place to start with any midsize sedan is the interior. Interior! I want to start on a positive note. Sweetie, you've been dragging this channel down with your bad attitude long enough. I'm the yin, the positive yin to your super negative yang. It's funny because Evie is a real cheery, chipper person, so that's why that's funny, in case you don't know her. The positive note would be interior space. The Volkswagen Passat is super roomy, and I mean, we're up here and we look like I can move around just fine, but the real magic is in the back seat. Sounds like I'm trying to make a winky wink thing. I'm really not. The legroom back there is outrageous. Cargo space is also pretty good. 15.9 cubic feet to work with back there. And I'll note two things.
It's been a long day.
It has been a long day. The things I like about the trunk are that it has releases for the seat backs in the back, so you don't have to walk around to the side of the car to release the seat backs if you've got something long you want to put in there. So
I don't know why you do it any other way. Money. It's all about money, man. And then the other thing I really like about the cargo area is, as I say, two things I like. Okay, if you were to rewind, I literally just said, hey, here's two things I can't remember if I said note or like. Can we rewind?
The other thing I really like, if I said like, what I meant to say is note, because the second thing I will note about the cargo area is that it has gooseneck hinges. Do you know what a gooseneck hinge is? It looks like this. So let's say you were on the road and you were going to go visit Nana and Papa with your family, which is exactly what we're doing right now. Now, we're not very helpful, so we are not bringing food or anything, but if we did and we were to close the trunk, those gooseneck hinges might impinge on that space and crush something delicate like
the Thanksgiving goose?
Like a Thanksgiving goose.
Is that a thing?
We sounded so fancy for a second. They're like, oh my God, the Muzios are goose people. It's amazing. I remember the thing I liked about the trunk. Come. In terms of seat comfort, I am comfortable. I've got adjustable lumbar support. It's two-way on the driver's seat, two-way on the passenger. This is the SEL, so you don't get that lumbar support if you go down lower through the trims. These are leather seats, by the way. We are goose people, so we have to have fancy seats. I wish maybe just a little bit more lumbar extension, but I know I'm an exceptional case. You know, I want a basketball on my lower back. How's seat comfort for you, sweetie?
I find the lumbar fully extended too intrusive. You really do like extensive lumbar.
I have an unhealthy relationship with lumbar supports.
Otherwise, the seat feels fairly comfortable.
Comfortable seat. I got a big question for you.
Ooh.
How do you feel about the interior styling of the 2020 Volkswagen Passat? That's all. You don't even need to use words. Let that be your reaction. Just a pause and then a sigh.
It's fine.
That is correct. It is fine. There's not much to note here, really. A lot of scratchy plastics. If you poke around here, some scratchy. Soft dash area. Mm-hmm. There are some things that look like stitches that are molded to look like stitches. These are lies. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and do you think that's wood?
From here, yes.
What? You think that's wood? All that indicates is that you're not a journalist and you have terrible eyes.
Oh, I do have terrible eyes.
The test they take at the doctor's office. They'll hold this up, better or worse. Wood, not wood. Oh, you think that's wood? Yeah, we're going to have to go with a slightly stronger prescription.
It's been a few
few years. I should probably update this.
Time to update that. That is not wood. The other defining feature of the interior is this long chrome piece, this sort of like uniform vent element with 3 vents and these horizontal slats. Is that doing anything for you?
I think it's kind of bizarre. I don't like things that are supposed to look like things they aren't. Like fake wood or these fake vents.
Okay. Putting a positive spin on all of this interior talk, the avant-garde designs sometimes look dated after a few years. This is not going to look dated in a few years because it already looks dated. Ooh. We need, oh man, we need a graphic, sick burn. Let's do the rear window test. It's a little bit disappointing. I mean, if you want to, have a window that goes all the way down. Armrests. So the outboard position could use a little bit more padding, but it's okay. Inboard, this is cool. Slides forward. I like a sliding armrest, and I can drive in an 8 and 4 with my elbows on the rests. However, Volkswagen is known for having a ratchet style armrest where you can kind of bring it up and put it at the position that you like. Try and raise that up. You can't.
Ah,
you just can't do it. No, impossible. Volkswagen says, no, you can't adjust the armrest of your Passat. That's a little bit of a disappointment. Well, it can do this, but...
Oh, okay. There is one of those.
There's some storage in there, but that's pretty much it. If you wish the Volkswagen Passat had an adjustable center armrest, like and subscribe. Are those related thoughts? No!
Why don't we just make it something that everybody likes, except you? Pizza. If you like pizza, like and subscribe.
Well played. Way to pander the audience. And I'll tell you what, no town rocks like the town that you live
That's
in.
That's right.
Yeah! Before we dive too deep into Panderfest, style! So here's a fun fact about the 2020 Volkswagen Passat. They took the 2019 Volkswagen Passat and they changed every single body panel except for the roof, having a clean sheet of paper and all the changes that they made. They could have come up with any design. This is what the exterior looks like. Sweetie, what do you think?
You want me to sigh again, don't you?
No, I want you to have a genuine reaction. If that reaction happens to be a sigh, that's fine.
I like it, but I typically like the styling of Volkswagens.
And yeah. I can't deny that. It looks like a Volkswagen. This
does.
is undeniably a Volkswagen.
And anywhere they could have put like one fold in the sheet metal, they put 2.
Why not? Yeah, bonus folds. That's value. In this economy, every fold counts.
Like on the side here and on the front, there are a lot of folds happening.
That's true. Volkswagen was really proud of the creased sheet metal. They've got a body line that goes all the way from the rear to the front, and that was a big deal to them. What I will say is that in the shrinking midsize sedan segment, there are a lot of compelling competitors right now, and some of them are pretty provocatively styled. If you look at the Hyundai Sonata, look at the new Kia Optima, even the Honda Accord that was introduced, 4 or 5 years ago, those are much more emotive designs. The Camry, look at the Camry. Won't you look at the Camry? Future Evie is going to make you look at the Camry. The point is that the mid-size sedan segment is shrinking, and so with a smaller group of people buying in the segment, you have to do more to stand out. I'm not sure this is going to stand out. It's crazy. You're this many minutes in. Needles, full throttle, acceleration, go! What? Ooh, that is a good segue. Floored from a stop, weird pause and power, in motion.
Daddy,
Yes, sweetie?
we're getting closer.
We are getting closer. We're getting closer with every moment, but there will be a lot of moments while we're getting closer. Hey, do you want to say hi to everybody? Much like I did with the interior, I want to start out on a positive note. Boy, ride quality sure is soft and smooth. As we go over these bumps here, this is a fairly harsh road, and the Passat will just sort of float and glide fairly gently over all this stuff. Ooh, looks like rough terrain up ahead. I don't know if any mid-size sedan can handle this. Oh, okay, here we go. Nice. Very nice. For long distance comfort, the Passat, I think, is a great choice. And we have a long road ahead of us. Now's the part where I get to complain. I'm going to come to a complete stop over here, and I'm going to try and demonstrate something that I've experienced several times, but it's very tricky to demonstrate because it's inconsistent. Okay, So I tipped into the throttle just a little bit, and there was a fairly aggressive pull forward. And yet other times, I'll tip into the throttle. Tipping is just when you press the accelerator as you ease into it, and nothing will happen. You experienced this with me yesterday, didn't you?
We thought the car might be broken.
We thought the car might be broken. She, in her classic kind of slightly worried way, was like, should we take it all the way to Nana and Papa's house? The answer is yes. And worst case scenario, we get stranded somewhere in the snow.
Oh, Daddy, I don't see any snow.
Oh, you will see snow. Just give it some time and a little bit of magic.
Does snow happen magic?
No, it's not actually magic, but I did want to make a wink at the camera. In short, when leaving from a stop, the power you get based on pedal position is totally inconsistent. Sometimes nothing happens, encouraging the driver to push further into the pedal, and then power suddenly comes on board, and then you have too much. And yesterday it was raining, so when that happens, I would go from I'm barely moving to, and now the wheels are spinning and traction control is engaged. Madness.
Was it worse yesterday? It feels better today, like consistently.
It was worse yesterday, yes. It is better now. I'm not sure what to make of that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a mogwai, where when you get the Volkswagen wet, then bad things happen. One more power-related note, sweetie, for $500.
Oh, man. I even looked at the notes and I have no idea.
Look at the notes. What is the displacement of the engine in the Volkswagen Passat?
1.5 liter turbocharged.
Oh, and you could have had this one too. A 2-liter turbocharged engine. Evie's streak of getting these incorrect continues strong, despite the fact that it's a fairly small displacement engine in a midsize sedan. Well, 2 liters isn't actually that small these days. The key takeaway is that there's plenty of power. Look at the torque figure from the information explosion. Bring it back up, future Evie. Yeah, that's some pretty good torque, eh? The amount of power is good. Look, I'm leaving that Dodge Journey in the dust. Yeah. Oh, big bump.
Ooh.
It's nice, right?
Yeah.
Total amount of power in the Volkswagen Passat's not bad, even though they don't make a V6 anymore. But how that power delivered leaves me cold. But you know what doesn't leave me cold? Subscribers. At 50,000 subscribers, I'm going to tell you a terrible dark secret about my hair. Ooh.
I don't think he should tell you.
And then at 100,000 subs, we are going to review a windowless white van. And it.
I saw it.
She saw something, but she didn't see a windowless white van. When I review that windowless white van, who knows? Maybe it'll be creepy. Maybe I'll be shirtless. I mean, I'm just toying with you now. Who knows what'll go on?
You did promise shirtless. People are going to hold you accountable.
People are going to hold me accountable. What I need to do, the real trick with a shirtless review, is that I have to find a context in which me being shirtless makes a lot of sense. I don't know what that'll be, but we got a little while to figure that out. Emotion factor. As we're sitting here emotionless, I feel like this is a great opportunity to talk about the emotion factor, in that there is not one. It's neither dynamically thrilling nor visually thrilling.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Remarks. Talk. Remarks! Ow!
I don't think the car likes what you're saying about it.
What happens when the Passat says, no more? Wow. That is some really, really bold blasting through the red light. Holiday shoppers, boo. My contempt, from hell's heart I stab at thee. That sounds fanciful, but it's just a Khan from Star Trek quote. You thought I was being intelligent. It's like the goose thing from earlier.
No, don't worry.
Yeah, she knows. She knows what's what. Remark number 1 for a family review. Sweetie, what do you think? Is the Volkswagen Passat family friendly?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Like, it's roomy enough for a family with children who are taller than our 4-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
It has plenty of room in the trunk.
Yep.
Seems perfectly functional. I bet this hard plastic cleans up nice.
Yeah, you could literally get poop on it and just wipe it
It'd
right off.
probably be fine.
Yeah, adding to the family friendliness, the fact that everybody buys SUVs these days, but a sedan is so much easier for a 4-year-old to climb in and out of. Wide aperture doors, very easy for her to get in and out. The latch points, they're easy to find and pretty easy to access. And then the upper tethers, there are 3 of them, so you can do a central seat if you want, and it's just a very simple cover, just pop it off. It's all really accessible stuff, very family friendly. two big buying concerns are price. The Volkswagen Passat is competitively priced versus the other midsize sedans in the category. For me and for you, as people who've previously owned Volkswagens, there is an instinctive concern about reliability. Am I crazy to say that?
I don't think so.
How many times have you owned a Volkswagen and it's left you stranded?
Oh, too many to count. But to be fair, my first Volkswagens were very old.
That's true. Well, you had two old Beetles, and then you had a 2001 new Beetle.
Yeah,
and that was
didn't do.
similarly problematic.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll note regarding reliability is that VW now has a very long warranty. Future Evie has put that at the bottom of the screen. Wow, boy, look at that warranty. So that's something to think about if you're going to buy. So one thing that surprised me about the 2020 Passat is that there's no accommodation for something like Audi's virtual cockpit, which would be a really logical inclusion. It's not here. Seems like a pretty big oversight. Looking at that screen, does that look small?
It does now.
Does it look small compared to my phone?
Yes, it does. It looks very small. What's the standard?
Well, there is no standard, but I mean, you can get like an 8.4 screen in a lot of stuff from FCA. If you buy like a Dodge Charger or something, you can get an 8.4 inch screen.
Let's
in
do
there.
that instead of this.
I don't know. We were talking about reliability earlier, but it does do one thing though that's kind of neat. Is that watch when I put my hand near it. It senses when your hand arrives and it gives you some new options. That's kind of a neat touch.
I do like how intuitively it is laid out. Like these side buttons make it very easy to figure out what you want very quickly.
Yeah.
I've never been in this car, but I feel like I could quickly make a phone call.
I can't tell you how many times, most of the BMWs, where you get in the car and it's like, how do I turn the bass down? Because somebody who's had the car before me does dumb things with the sound settings. There it is. There's sound.
There's bass.
So easy.
Yeah.
Sweetie, do you like a toasty bum?
Depends on how cold I am.
By the way, you don't know whether I meant your butt or a guy who lives under a bridge.
I
was.
It's so sad if I don't want it.
I bring it up because in the back seat, there are seat heaters in the rear in the SEL, which is a nice touch. And there are also 2 USB ports for charging phones. So as our daughter gets older, if this were our car and she enters that phase where she's got a phone and she doesn't like us, then she'll be able to charge that phone, thus shielding us from her world by being immersed in her phone space. As I'm saying it, it sounds awful, but yeah, you can charge your phone back there, which is a neat touch.
Well, now I'm sad about a lot of things.
Well, that's why I'm here. One interesting remark about the lane keep assist system, it doesn't warn you audibly or really visually that you've departed your lane. This will go from green to yellow, and that's it. I'm going to show something else. Here, pay attention. So we've got dynamic cruise control. Now we're coming to a stop, and then... Oh,
wow.
It just stops working. So the first time you use it, be sure to cover the brakes. Volkswagen's not the only manufacturer to do that, but no manufacturer should do that. I'm gonna call foul. If you're gonna make dynamic cruise control, make it full speed, please. One thing I've noted about the doors, the SEL has keyless access with push button start, so you just have to hold the door handle, pull the door handle, and it'll automatically unlock, or lock it pushing a little indent. That's only on the front doors. So oftentimes, like I'll come out to the car and have to do something with the car seat first, so you reach for the back door, and a lot of cars have that sensor on the back. This one doesn't, so you have to reach up, touch the front door, then go back to the back door. Getting pretty deep into first world problems here, but that's just something I've noted. You probably get used to it if you own it, but a little minor annoyance.
Yeah.
Hey, sweetie, do you want to see something cool? Okay, I'm going to have the car park itself. Watch. So I pull up, I push the little button down here, I pull up, and then I put it in reverse. Watch. Is that cool? Let's see if it does a good job. Except we're really close. Are we really close? Hey. Ding. Then we pull forward. The system worked. Yay! Yay! Can you say good job, Passat?
Good job, Passat.
Did I miss any remarks? If I did, tell us in the comment section. Synopsis! Yes, synopsis! In thinking about the Volkswagen Passat, I was thinking, okay, so they've taken basically the same ingredients as the 2019 Passat, and then they've sort of shuffled them around a little bit and presented it as something new. You know what that makes me think of? Taco Bell and the cheesy chalupa crunch. They've taken all the same ingredients as a standard taco. You got a nacho cheese layer to connect the chalupa shell, but it's the same thing, just slightly rearranged. I dub the Volkswagen Passat the cheesy chalupa crunch of midsize sedans. I spend a lot of time checking with you, but I'm going to check in with you. Sweetie, did you have a good review?
I did, yeah.
This is a good one.
It makes me want to like and subscribe.
Oh, I'm so proud! She's not wrong, though. If you like family-oriented videos, or at least me and my wife and my daughter occasionally driving around in cars,
Yeah.
be sure to subscribe, be sure to like. And when we hit 100,000 subs, a windowless white van review. Who knows who will come along for the adventure? Who knows what I'll do? It's just a big question mark wrapped in a windowless white van.
Wrapped in a cheesy gordita crunch.
Yes, with a thin nacho cheese layer and a protective shell of chalupa stuffs.
Wait, is it a chalupa or a gordita?
It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Same.
Oh, yeah.
All right, enough video making. Onward to Nana and Papa's. Love you. Love you guys too.
Phew, we made the cut.